Welcome back, welcome back. You ain't gotta say it. It's the bye week, so I know you miss me. It's Coach P, aka John Doe, one half of the unofficial assistant coaches. Shout out Coach Nitty. The hottest thing to hit Alabama since Forrest Gump. Shout out Lieutenant Dan. I hear the cries out here from all these Alabama haters talking about schedules. If we don't have to play 8 SEC games a year, not only this year, but every year, the same conference that dominate the BCS, same conference that won 6 out of 7 BCS championships since Saban arrived in 2007, aka 2007. The same conference that dominate the top 25 to this day with the most teams ranked. The only conference to get 2 teams in the college playoffs thus far. Even if you play an unranked SEC team, you better bring your A game because it's any given Saturday down south. Anybody can get it. From any team, any week. And that's the problem with the SEC. We beat up on each other before we even get to play these other schools who play in high schools all year. There's a few teams that y'all can come down here in the SEC and beat, but let me see you beat them after playing another SEC team, then another SEC team, then another SEC team, and then trying to beat that same team. Oh, it's a whole different ball game, brother. I ain't talking about playing them cupcakes back to back to back and then come down here and sneak a game in versus a SEC opponent. And all I'm talking about breathing in this jungle week in, week out. It was a whole different ball game. LSU fans could never complain of a Bama schedule. We play a mix of the same teams every year. And the difference is we play a better quality non-conference game to start this season. Better than LSU, better than whoever you go for. Yeah, you, not me, you. This year, supposed to been Bama versus Heisman. Lamar Jackson to start the year off. Alabama versus Louisville with the Heisman Trophy winner. We can't help he went to the pros early. Otherwise, that would have been a ranked matchup. Who else you had? Miami? Yeah, it looked good on paper, but come on, man, Miami. Even a non-LSU fan know y'all go beat Miami. Mark Rick struggle versus SEC. How you go beat SEC with an ACC? Get out of here, man. We knew y'all was going to win that. Them boys ain't won a meaningful game this year. Even lost to unranked Virginia.
Ha! Don't forget about Boston College.
But y'all still go talk noise like they was really a number 18. Miami wasn't never no number 8. Even they fans know that. Program been dead since 06. Losing 4 to 7 games a year. Oh, but this year was going to be a turnaround. Man, get out of here. Y'all ride that wave. It's cool. But let's go back like last year. How well as you can even say we ain't playing nobody when y'all just lost to Troy? Evidently, everybody's somebody. Y'all talking quality competition but losing to Alabama's little cousin? Yeah, Troy from Bama. That's fam! But y'all complaining like y'all only lose to top 10 teams. Troy in the Sun Belt Conference. Y'all lose y'all right to cry, whine, or talk shit for the next 3 years. Besides that, you squeaked by a struggling Florida by 1. Even at ranked 21, Florida still overrated. Finishing 4-7 this last year, 3-5 in the SEC. Take away that crap and only ranked teams LSU played all year was Alabama and Auburn. And of course, we beat that ass as usual. See what I did there? 2 asses. Might as well have a dance contest. Like I say, LSU, Alabama, and both sets of Tigers can never cry about each other's schedule. And hell, we play the best non-conference, so if anybody can talk noise, it's us. LSU fans still out here crying over Nick Saban, whining and sobbing and crying over that, man. Look, man, let that man go, man. That's over, man. Y'all sound like some lonely female still crying over a man that left y'all 6-7 years ago. Look, man, it's over with, man. Look at me. Look at me now. Look, we have the GOAT now. Look at me. We have the GOAT. Nick came down there, built that program up. Had it looking good and dipped. Y'all don't know how that. He left it in good terms for you. We can't help you fell off faster than a 4-year-old on a 10-speed with no training wheels. You put Les Miles in charge knowing he was slower than George Bush. And y'all still talking down on us because, man, come over here when you want facts. I might get crunk here and there and loud, but I'm speaking facts. In 86, we played number 9 Ohio State and won. That's 1986. The next 21 years, we didn't play but 1 ranked team to start off the beginning of the year. That's 2001 versus UCLA. I was there. Since Saban arrived in 2007, we played a top 25 to start the season every year since, except for 2014, when we played West Virginia, who usually was ranked around that time, but they had started to fall off too. But now y'all want to whine about this year, just cause Lamar Jackson took his talents to the NFL and left Louisville looking like we playing a scrub. We still got to play an SEC West schedule, and you can't talk down on that no matter how much hate you got in your heart. I bet going through our schedule harder than going through teams like Purdue. If you losing to teams like Purdue, you going to lose 2 or 3 down here every year. Because it's any given Saturday in the SEC. See, I'm not just going to talk that bull. I'm going to give you facts. You ain't going to see my videos sitting on the shelf with 1.2K views, been out for 3-4 weeks. 2,000-3,000 views, been out for a month. That's when fans know the content you're putting out is bull. All my videos go do 30K or better. Everything I drop, because people know it's going to be real, facts, knowledge. It might be a little entertainment, but I'm going to drop knowledge, facts behind it. I ain't just going to sit here and throw out all kind of bull crap one week, then come back on the next video and pick out which one I got right, but ignore the other 30 I got wrong. I'm dropping facts over here, man. This ain't just a hoopla show. You want the real, come over here. You got other people can't even stop talking about my school. Why is the hate so strong? I ain't even studying y'all teams to even care to even report on it. People telling me to report on some of these other people's teams. Why? I got so much I report on here in Alabama. We got everything here. It's like the Neverland Ranch. We ain't got to leave. Everything right here on deck. But since unless you want to call us out and want to whine, let's go and compare these schedules since 08, the season after Nick Saban arrived. Like I said, since 86, we hadn't played but one ranked team to start off the season. And since Saban have been here, we done did it every year but one. Unless you count this year too. 2008, Bama started the year out versus number 9 Clemson. Yeah, with C.J. Spiller and them boys. Dabo year, first year taking over from Bobby Bowden. LSU started the season off with Appalachian State and North Texas. 2009, Bama versus Vatech. Yeah, Frank Beamer. Beamer ball, them days. LSU started the season off unranked Washington. 2010, Alabama Penn State ranked. Second game. LSU number 18 North Carolina. Yeah, 8-5 North Carolina. Really a basketball school, but at least you played somebody ranked. 2011 Alabama versus Penn State again. Yeah, you know, versus the legendary Joe Pa. Joe Pa versus Nick Saban, playing games like that. Y'all did play number 3 Oregon there. Yeah, I give you that. 2012 Bama number 8 Michigan. Oh, shoestrings, I hate it for your Heisman results. Blame Bama for that. LSU versus North Texas. Get out of here, man. 2013, Vatech, who done fell off like recent LSU. We played them first game, followed up by number 6 Texas A&M. LSU started the season off with number 20 TCU. 2014, Bama versus unranked West Virginia. Our first unranked game under the Nick Saban era, when we starting the season not playing a ranked game, and the second game isn't ranked either. The first year, 2014, and LSU played number 14 Wisconsin. 2015, we played Wisconsin to start the season. Number 20 Wisconsin. LSU started versus McNeese State and number 25 Mississippi State. 2017, number 3 Florida State, Alabama. LSU, unranked BYU. Basically, out of 10 years, 2008 through 2017, we played a better opening non-conference game 7 times. LSU played a better game 2 times. And we tied one year when we both played a number 18 team. And we play basically the same regular season schedule. So how they complaining about a schedule? But let's go back to 2010. After our first championship, when the SEC was super loaded. Yet still every SEC team but the first 2 we played put their bye week before Bama. And y'all still want to talk schedules? Listen to what I'm saying. We played 8 SEC games. Skip the first 2, and the next 6 teams put their bye week before us. Every team we played was coming off a bye week for 6 weeks in a row in the SEC. And y'all want to talk schedules? Even USC didn't have to go through that, when everybody in the nation was scared of them. And y'all talking schedules. So y'all talking down on the Alabama schedule. That's cool. But everybody we supposed to beat, we beat. We play a SEC schedule, book big non-conference games to start each season while other teams playing scrubs. So cool. I'm down to have a schedule like this every year. Look at Florida State 2013. No ranked games till week 5 versus number 25 Maryland. Yeah, 6 lost Maryland. Then beat up a Taj Boyd at Clemson. Not Deshaun Watson. Then a 4 lost Miami team. That's one game the whole year. Florida was 4-8. What they go do? They went into the bowl games and championships healthy with all their best plays still on deck. I'm talking about Florida State now. Ain't had to use no trick plays or nothing thus far in the season. And they won. 2013 Florida State had one meaningful game in the regular season, but when you speak of them or when you read the list of champions over the years, ain't no asterisk by their name. They champs. Hell, so I want a schedule like that too. But it gets worse. The following year, no quality opponents for Florida State to play but 5 lost Notre Dame. Florida was still upside down, but at least this year they only lost 5 games instead of 8. 22 ranked Clemson beat them in overtime. But yeah, the voters say, hey, they number one and they deserve to stay number one until someone beats them. And even though they win in close games, a win is a win. Florida State wasn't killing them scrubs. They was playing like we killing SEC opponents. But y'all complaining about our first year with a schedule like this. Boy, y'all too funny. But let's get to the real phonies. Ohio State has the worst schedule yearly for a perennial so-called top 10 team. It's more overrated than any school in the nation, especially now with Michigan struggling. They just now won their first ranked road game under Harbaugh, and that was to Michigan State. Hell, somebody had to lose. Wow. We know Michigan State a basketball school, let's be for real. But I guess they a top football contender too, even though we know it all just looks good on paper for big money games, etc. I mean, damn. They was just 3-9 in 2016. Were they coming out probation or something? Yeah, I was 1-8 in the conference. But you add Michigan State, Michigan, 2 bad teams right now with Ohio State and Penn State. And now y'all say they got one of the best conferences in the nation. Oh, man. Michigan and Michigan State will have losing records in the SEC every year right now. Even while the SEC down, while Michigan and Michigan State down, they'll come and get murked in the SEC every year. I ain't talking schedule a SEC opponent with scrubs before and after where you can practice. I'm talking about SEC after SEC after SEC after SEC. They ain't ready. So that means all Ohio State has to do each year is beat Penn State and they get a free ride to the ship. And don't add Wisconsin. Come on, man. Another overrated squad up there. Same team we doubled up 35-17 in 2015. Look, man. Since 2011, Wisconsin is 0-6 versus Ohio State. Matter of fact, the only reason they didn't lose to them in 2015 is because they wasn't on the schedule. Michigan had a little spunk when Harbaugh arrived. You know, recruits buying in for a sec, landing number 1 Rashawn Gary. Looked like I was even finna get my boy Najee Harris for a second. But now with all the lack of production, man, that flame burning out. Neither school, Michigan, Michigan State, Penn State, or Wisconsin can recruit with Ohio State. But luckily, Urban is just as overrated as his schedules. This is Mr. Will lose to an unranked team. Even goes to Florida where he lost to unranked teams 3 out of his last 4 years. No Tebow, no Urban, no Jordan, no Kobe, no Phil Jackson. Saban has won 79 straight versus unranked opponents. GOAT numbers. You would think I was lying if I said Urban Meyer lost to an unranked school 3 out of the last 4 years at Ohio State. Well, guess what? I came up with that fact before this weekend. It's the bye week. I waited till the bye week to drop this video, and I'd be damned if they ain't just lose to Purdue. So make that 4 out of the last 5 years at Ohio State. Mr. Will lose to an unranked team, has lost to an unranked team. So, of course, Michigan, Michigan State, Wisconsin, and Penn State have a chance to beat them. If unranked teams like Virginia Tech, Iowa, Purdue, if squads like that beat them, of course these other teams that y'all swearing big in the conference can beat them. Urban Meyer should be at the ship every year undefeated. Penn State play hard, but Penn State really ain't ready, man. Penn State keep getting love every year because what they did as an unranked team versus guess who? Ohio State. So every year we keep thinking, okay, maybe this, man, they just look good versus Ohio State. Who don't? And don't let me get on 2014. Oh, man. I'm going to say that for a whole different video. At the end of the day, Bama always finished the year with one of the top strength of schedule because we schedule big non-conference game. We play a SEC West schedule, and we kick ass in bowls and ships. So quit the hate. Like we didn't schedule Louisville while they was doing numbers. Like we out here ducking fights. Like any of y'all schools or head coaches really want to schedule us. Talking about what y'all to do if y'all. Give us your schedule. Give us your rival school schedule. Give us any schedule you pick and we still undefeated. What you want us? Home? Road? Mutual site? You tell me. Tupac featuring Jodeci. How do you want it? Just let me know what I need to do to make y'all happy. I got John Meyer phone number on speed dial. I guess I need to go and set it up. Alabama versus New York Giants. Eli, you know what I'm finna say. Sit your ass down. Oh, hold up. I guess they say we too physical. How about this then? Alabama versus the Boston Bruins. Toronto Maple Leafs, come on down. All this hate like y'all just go find a schedule that's gonna make y'all happy. Every team we play is the next toughest opponent, but soon as we whoop them, they win never nothing anyway. Who we supposed to play, man? Who we supposed to play to make y'all happy? You want us to play Clemson week 1 through 4? Georgia week 5 through 6? LSU week 8 through 13? What y'all want us to do to make y'all happy, man? We play the roughest schedule every year. We got one okay schedule, and I hear all this whining out here. Bama Nation, when y'all got problems, come see me. Come get John Doe. All this whining, crying, and hating and all that. Look, man, I can handle any of these wannabe fan fanatics out here. I'm just gonna kill them with. If they can't drop facts, I don't want to talk. I can't argue back and forth with no dummies. I ain't dropping videos, 30 videos a week just to be talking. If my video drop, you better stop what you're doing and pay attention and learn something. Folks out here just making noise because we got platforms. Videos be sent up 2, 3, 4 weeks with 1,000 views because you're abusing your platform. Like I said, I know I get crunk sometimes, but everybody know when I get real, it's real. I here want to complain about a schedule. Like your schedule better. Talking down on my boy because he putting teams away in 1 and 2 quarters when it take your quarterback 4 quarters to put away teams that shouldn't even be in the game with you. I ain't seen this much crying since Tebow on the sideline. Damn, I ain't mean to make that rhyme. Schedule or not, Bama doing what they supposed to do. If we supposed to beat a team, we beat them. Teams out here don't even want to put us on their schedule, and y'all complaining about schedules. Guess we need to play the New Orleans Saints just to make some of y'all happy. I know it hurts. I know it's hard to look at us on the top every year. Be confident where you at as a fan base. Don't hate on us just to get where you trying to get. Don't hate on Saban just because he got it how you want your coach to have it. Don't talk down on somebody else because your team just can't be up to par. How's these other teams so focused on Bama? I know why, but it's crazy. I know being great comes with a bullseye on your back, but hey, y'all got to put some of the attention on your own team. You can't just think about Bama 24/7. Especially some of you guys out here doing podcasts and stuff. Come on. Your team ain't that boring not to ever speak on them. People asking me to do breakdowns and comparing to other team. Why? This all the talk right here. We what everybody talking about. What I want to talk about everybody else for. They want to talk about us. Everybody want to talk about Bama. Everybody want to be in my spot. Running with the king. All these other characters wish they could be behind Saban. Down with the best. Of course they go talk. Of course they go hate. It could never bother me. You ain't even got to feel bad. You think people feel bad when they lose to Usain Bolt? Hey, we was down. I was betting money on Alabama every year, knowing we was going to lose coming off probation. Y'all teams ain't even coming off probation. Y'all just suck for GP. We had problems. Our first back-to-back season was at risk because 6 out of the 8 teams put bye weeks before us. Who does that? How hard do you fear a team that every team in the conference put a bye week? Look, LSU, you can put a bye week before us. Auburn, go ahead. Tennessee, I ain't even mad. That's 3 teams we got to see with a bye week. But the whole conference? Come on, man. And y'all talking about schedules? Schedules? I ain't got no hate versus LSU. I guess y'all a good little rivalry since the little Saban situation, but I don't hate LSU. Y'all ain't no threat for me to hate you. Yeah, we had a few good seasons, but man, that's dead. Y'all was still riding the wave of where Saban left. Once that was over, y'all ain't been no through. I don't got no reason to hate you. I hope you do better so it can make our Games look a little better to make our strength of schedule straight every year. But Ohio State, while we was playing good games to start the season off, look at this Ohio State. Starting with 2012, at least LSU did get on the bandwagon scheduling, nice games to start the year like us. At least they tried. They did it a couple years. Like I said, we still had better games 7 out of 10 years. But look at Ohio State, man. 2012. While we starting out the games, look who they start out with. Miami of Ohio, UCF, Cal, UAB. You got to be warmed up after all them practice games. 2013, Buffalo, San Diego State, Cal, FAMU. Come on, man. We starting out versus top 10 teams. Look who they playing. 2014, Navy. This in a row now. This how they started the season off. I ain't just picking this. 2014, Navy, Virginia Tech, Kent State, Cincinnati, Maryland, Rutgers, unranked Penn State, and Illinois. Y'all didn't play a ranked game till the 9th week. Michigan State. How y'all fans even cheer for this? And y'all talking schedule. Y'all better not never mention a schedule. 2015. While we starting off against top ranked teams, how they starting off? Unranked Virginia Tech, Hawaii, Northern Illinois, Western Michigan, Indiana, Maryland, unranked Penn State, Rutgers, Minnesota, Illinois. Man, I die to have that schedule. We walking straight to the championship every year with a schedule like that. And y'all talking schedules? I wish y'all really did your research and knew who was your enemy. Alabama is not your enemy, man. We play the hardest schedule every year, and just because this year it ain't the hardest, y'all want to finally talk some noise about strength of schedule? Like Roy Jones Jr. say, y'all must have forgot. 2016, who y'all first 2 games is? Bowling Green and Tulsa. 2017, okay, you go put a top-ranked team in the first 2 games. And guess what you do? Lose. Start off the season with versus Indiana, second game versus Oklahoma. Oh, you lost that. Then you finally beat a number 2 ranked Penn State. Number 2 Penn State. Who they beat to be number 2 that year? They talking about just because they beat y'all the year before. I guess they thought Penn State was finna make that run to be one of the greats. So now this year they number 2. Oh my goodness. Look who Penn State started the season off with. Akron, Pitt, Georgia State, Iowa, Indiana, Northwestern, and they beat a number 19 Michigan team that made them look like some when that Michigan team ended up losing 5 games. Man, y'all got to get for real about this schedule, man. Y'all can't be talking that noise to me and out here playing these. Come on now. Don't come poking the bell. Know what you're talking about. 2018. Ohio State ain't got but 2 ranked games, TCU and Penn State.
TCU already got 5 losses, 3-5 on the season.
Add the fact that Michigan plays Michigan State and one of them has to lose, and now you got a top-ranked Michigan team as well. Michigan, who already looked like they wasn't nothing at the beginning of the season, now they look like something because they had to win or lose versus another team that was basically had to win or lose, Michigan State. Now Michigan look like something. So now Ohio State beat this overrated Michigan team. Now Ohio State look like they bounced back. Y'all ain't played nobody. Y'all ain't playing nobody. But to get all the attention off this SEC, y'all go build it up every year and make it look like Wisconsin relevant. You go make it look like Penn State relevant. You go make it look like Michigan State relevant, like Michigan relevant. Ohio State got the relevant team out the conference, but they ain't got the relevant coach. It just looks like it on paper. But this guy will lose to an unranked team, which means he definitely can lose to a Penn State, a Wisconsin, a Michigan, and a Michigan State. So it keeps it all balanced in that conference. Conference so overrated, man, please. Not as overrated as that Ohio State coach in that schedule, though. You can hate on me all you want, but if Alabama had a schedule like Ohio State, soon as the schedule drop, I'm booking my plane tickets. Straight to the ship. 1 or 2 ranked teams per year. And y'all want to talk. Y'all can't even beat the teams you forced to beat. And y'all want to talk. Y'all struggling against opponents that ain't even talking about nothing. And y'all want to talk. Teams been targeting us every year with their best since 2000 and Saban. Since we won the championship, it was even worse. We get the best every year and Nick ain't complained yet. Urban won 1 year. The next year was struggling so bad that he had to pull out that sorry, sad situation of an excuse for a coach to the media and his fans. Now that we the champs, it's harder because the bullseye's on us. We live with the bullseye. When you come to Alabama as a recruit, the bullseye is stamped on your back. You lucky it ain't legal to have it stamped on your forehead, or these boys will be walking around campuses with bullseyes on their forehead. And y'all complaining. 1 year. Ain't did nothing since. We be there every year almost. With the bullseye on our back. Every team playing us. Like it's a championship. We can't take no weekends off. But y'all still want to lose to Purdue and any other team that want to come in and take over your backyard. Ain't nobody coming down here with the hopes they got on y'all. People coming just to say, I played them boys. People coming to your stadium for victory. People coming our game just to leave and say, I made it out. People coming to your building with confidence. People in our stadium with prayers. It's chess, not checkers. Bow! It's Coach P, better known as John Doe. Make sure you check out uacoaches.com. That's uacoaches.com for the official merchandise. Make sure you get over there and support it now. Or me and Coach Nitty coming to put 4 feet, 2 legs each in your ass.